I want you to see some teachers. And I thought we'd go with folks kind of like the longest tenure. So Mama Evelyn, we're going to start with you. And Mama Evelyn, if you'll tell us like what you taught at Aya, what you're teaching this year, and then I think let's see if I can say it the way I intended to say it. What you like about teaching at Aya that would be different at other institutions, and whatever that thing is, or those things, how you think they bring an advantage or benefit to our students. Mama Evelyn Duduyemi, I think she's been with us about maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years. I call her head of our math department, and I also want to make everybody know that she has her own school. She had her own school then, and still does, Kibolebole Institute. And Mama Evelyn, feel free to let folks know what you have going on too there that they can also maybe get involved with.
Sure, sure. Greetings, everyone. Great to see y'all. Let me know I'm on a different computer in a different spot. I'm not hardwired, so I hope that it's working all right. Let me know if it is not. My name is Evelyn Duduyemi. I was counted out, Mama Fia, I think just before, and I think it's 5 years, right? I think it's maybe 4.5. Ayo, my daughter, Ayo Dele, started 5 years ago as a student, and I think I started teaching 4.5 years ago, as I think how it works, right? But I could be wrong about that. And I am also a director of Kibolebole Education Institute. We have a fantastic upper elementary cohort that will begin on the day after Labor Day. So if you have 9 or 10-year-olds that you are interested in sending there, then be in touch. So I've been teaching math most of that time, right? Most of that time. I think that first semester I did some science through the math doorway with natural mathematics, and then been teaching math most of that time, and have really enjoyed it. This year, I will be continue to teach math to the middle schoolers, or to the sort of Algebra 1 group, and also teaching a class called Physics of the Pharaohs, right? I'm so excited about Physics of the Pharaohs, right? It's one of those classes that a couple of years ago, the name came to me, right? I heard the name, Physics of the Pharaohs. And then I asked, okay, but what is it about? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you all gave me this name, but what is it? And so I started to do research. I mean, I could say, okay, well, what was that physics that we knew in Kemet? What was that? You know what I'm saying? And when I started to research it, beyond sort of like the little bits that I knew, oh my gosh, so fantastic, right? We know it's fantastic because we see all the stuff, right? But then, fantastic. I learned, for example, and this is where the class starts, that they have found glasses, like eyeglasses, buried with our ancestors. I did not know, did y'all know that? That we were making eyeglasses in Kemet? I mean, it just is fantastic, right? And so that's where we start the course, actually, with optics, right? Which is actually one of my favorite parts of physics, right? So I majored in physics at Spelman and minored in math. And every time I got a chance to do some optics stuff, right? Every time that was a choice, do you know what I'm saying? There's an elective about optics or something, you know what I mean? Then I would take that because I, as a child, have had lots of eye problems. My father went blind when he was 12. So this eye and glasses and optics and that sort of thing has always been interesting for me. And when I learned that our ancestors were making glasses, it's so fantastic, right? And so that's where we start. And then we go into all sorts of the fantastic world of quantum mechanics, which is something that you usually don't even delve into until college, right? And it's still so accessible and so wonderful. And that takes us away from some of the European physics and to our own cosmology, right? We go into Dogon cosmology to understand some things that European physics doesn't know about quantum mechanics. So I'm really excited about that. And then the math class that I'll be teaching will be the math that we need to really dive into those things, right? So it's going to be Algebra 1, and also, you know how they say, okay, your kids, sometimes kids, mine too. Why are we learning this? What's this for? What am I ever going to do with this? Well, we're in the physics class doing the stuff that we're going to do the math class with. That's why we're learning it, so we can solve this exciting problem that right? You see what I'm saying? Super excited about that and about doing both together. I just think it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. So that was that. And then you asked me some other things, Mama. You said, What did you ask me to say?
What do you like about teaching at IN that that you wouldn't, maybe would be that you couldn't do at another institution, wouldn't work there, that you think is a benefit to the students?
There's so many things. I love the community, right? I love that it is a group of families that are coming together, right, to educate these children. And I love all that comes out of that, right? All that comes out of the support that we give each other, the support that we give to the children, the really high expectations that we can have of the children, and how we can support them to meet those expectations as a community. That's the biggest thing I love about IN.
Thank you, Mama Evelyn.